Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my Collectibles guide for Kena Bridge of Spirits. We're going to be doing fields this time. This is a large area with lots to find. As always, I'll be running around in order as you will be doing it during the story, so you can follow along with this the first time you get here. We're going to be getting all the rots, hats, flower shrines, spirit mails, cursed chests and meditation spots. Only the last two you can't get. You need to do another area before the final two. So when you first get here, it'll all be kind of on fire and everything, and you'll be quickly told to run to this tower. Do that, and it'll sort of open up a bit already. I've actually already beaten this area, so you will come across fights and things like that that I've already missed. So first thing we're going to do is go to sort of the left or the right-hand side as you're facing it to the tower. And deal with these blue bricks, blue blocks, and jump up here. So this is the path to one of these sort of what would you call them? Where the root of the evil is that's pinning down the ox. That's you would be coming up here. That was not very well explained, but you'll be coming up here as part of the story. So you want to break these rocks so you can drop underneath these stairs here and get rock number 1. Nice simple one to start with. Of course, I will have timestamps in the description. I'll be showing where each one is on the map at the end of there we go, at the end of each collectible, so anybody using timestamps can find out where we are. And again, I've said it in every video, if you're looking for a meditation spot, you've got one missing. The final one in the game counts. The one that you sit at to end the game counts as one of the meditation spots, so you will need to sit at it again to make it count. If you've come back to a previous save to collect everything. So, going around in circles now, going back up again. This is not going to be the final time I go up here. We're going to wait for the timer, the blue blocks, to sort of run out, so we can re-throw the bomb at them, re-elevate them, and then we're going to go without spinning the central one across. And up here, and this is where hat number 1 is going to be. My count is off again. I will already be on hat 2. Yes, that's correct. I will have 2 hats and 6 rots already from the start. That's just story stuff we will get along the way. I'll obviously point it out. So don't follow this count here. I've got 7 and 2. Just ignore that for now. Just the one in the top left is the one you need to worry about. So yeah, again, we're going to be climbing up here, but this is the actual path we're going to take. We're actually going to carry on now. So this is the route you will take, or one of the first 3 routes that we go and get during the story, so we can release the ox. You can do in any order, but this is kind of the most sensible order to do them in, I would say. So we'll run up here. There's a pot off to the right hand side there with some crystals in, if you want those. And then you'll come to this area, and these things that are spinning here will not be obviously exposed for you right away. That will all be closed up. You'll need to throw a bomb at these. It'll open up and then hit them with an arrow. Do it for all 3. So that one, and then you'll need to use those blue rocks to climb up to that final one. And then go into the center and do a pulse, and you'll open up the stairs. We'll go down there in a moment, but before that, we're going to go and get meditation spot number 1. Nice and simple. And this game just gets better and better every time you look at it. And this is the PS4 version. This is not even the PS5 version. It is being played on a PS5. There we go. Right as far south as you can go, basically, that one. So once all the stairs are opened up, you're going to drop down. And you'll drop down here, and there'll be a fight. There'll be 3 of the easy enemies at the start here, so you can get a few of the combat-specific trophies out of the way here. Things like kill 3 enemies with 1 rot arrow, things like that. Anything that says kill 3 with a parry is good down here as well. So get quite a few of those out of the way. Once you're done with the fight, look in the corner to the right, and you'll find another rot. And then we'll carry on. Watch out, there's a sheer drop straight ahead of you there. There'll be a water droplet here. You'll need to do it from here, and sort of deal with things over here. Then you come running down. And then throw a bomb at the bridge. And get the rot to come over here. And as the bomb sort of explodes, just in time for them to cross, and of course Keena's stood in the way. It does it, especially when they're close to Keena, when they're in this sort of form. Yeah, the camera does like to have a bit of a moment. And there we go, Flower Shrine number 1. No, there's no point showing you on the map because we're not actually above ground, but there you go. And then we'll continue deeper on. Watch out for the shear drops here, they're everywhere. This one's a bit weird. You have to jump from right that point there, and don't try and jump too far. Otherwise you just won't make the jump. And then drop down. I think it's all red here, or the poisoned water when you first get here, the corrupted water, if I remember rightly. But there's going to be flower buds here that you'll need to shoot. I think there's one directly ahead of you here, and there's a couple up here, so you'll need to shoot this and you can access them. And then once they're all cleared, you can continue on this way. We're basically circling back now. Use these flowers to get across. As you come out of that cave, to the left hand side, I think there's one of those notes that leads to the little story moment, if you want to get that. I'm just going to shoot this. The lift will be here for you the first time you come here. But while we're waiting, we'll just get this rot here. And that's where we are. So we're going to go back up into the fields now. That's where we're going to go back into the sort of big open world area. You can see the tower there off in the distance. There'll be enemies around this building the first time you get here. So obviously take care of those first. And then once you've done that, you're going to want to jump up and use these blue rocks here. You need to be fairly quick here. You're going to want to jump across, and then you're going to want to bomb these bricks. Bricks every time. They're not bricks at all. Rocks here. Spin both of them round, and then go for the flower. And then jump on top of the building for rot number 4. And that's where we are. It looks like it, the way that's kind of put on the map, it looks like it's sat in the middle of a lake, but it's really not. So I'm not quite sure why it looks like that. Oh, nearly died. If the rock, that's the thing, if the blue rocks do drop on top of Keena as she runs underneath, they will kill her, so watch out. So heading slightly back towards the tower, look for this, this one actually probably is a brick. Move it out of the way. And there's going to be a chest here with hat number 2, sunflower. And then we're going to run back past this this building and carry on to the second root of the problem. So this lake here will all be red and you won't be able to fall in it, but of course I've cleared the area, so it's fine for me. I'm not going to though. So you want to spin this thing around. It's a bit of a funny jump, this one as well. Don't go too far forward. Don't jump too far forward or you'll just kind of hit your head underneath. So don't drop off. Take it all the way round, ride it all the way round. And then we're going to get rot number 5, which is in this chest over here. So we're going to head back now. If you are in the water, if you do have water at this point, you can just drop into it, it's fine. If not, if you the first time you're here, then you'll need to use this again, because you'll die if you drop into the red water. Bit of a weird jump here, and nearly didn't make it, but there you go. You can see there's a ramp. If you do have water at this point, you can go up the left, and think there's a chest with some crystals in up there. It's just a habit to do double jump in this game. It's just one of those games where you have to, every time you jump, is do double jump. Chest over there, crystals with that if you need them. There's going to be lots of enemies over here the first time you come through. The little bomb enemies will be here, so watch out for those. I'm just going to kind of show you what you're supposed to do here the first time you come here. So you bring the first barrel, and then grab this second taller barrel, or drum, whatever it is, and bring it close. And then jump on the smaller one to get on top of the bigger one, and then get the rot to carry you over to this ledge here so you can jump over. So I'll just quickly show you that, because this won't be open that I've just dropped into, and you'll kind of drop down and there'll be a boss fight. Lots of enemies and things here. Here's a good place, another good place to get the trophy for shooting 3 of the yellow parts of an enemy. It's a good place to get this. So once you're done with the fight, jump up here. Go across the sort of eaves. Now this one's a weird one. You'll probably feel your controller vibrate. There's actually a rot here, but it hasn't sort of spawned in. There should be one of those purple patches here, but it's not here for me right now. So luckily it did still work. It did still count. So just do a pulse next to it, and you'll get the rot. And that's where we are in Rufus's barn. Rufus is the big ox. And now we'll drop down, but before continuing on, we've got a flower shrine to do just on the outside of the barn, but we'll need the tear from in here. Rhyming all over the place. So take it over to the plant. Obviously there's a drum or something over there, a barrel. Might have some of the purple fruit in if you need those. And again, if you water this whole sort of flower patch, you'll get some of the XP from that as well. So I'm going to take it all the way back to where the fast travel point is, and just to the right of it, there's going to be a flower shrine number 2. So now we'll go and do the third route, which is in the centre of the fields. Before doing that, we'll just grab this chest you can see here under the bridge. This is actually a rot. You can get this the first time you come through here. Nearly there. One more. To 65, and then there's another 35 to get to 100. So a lot of this sort of area will be sealed off with the kind of red balls, and they genuinely do look like that as well. You'll see the ones I pass here. There's a flower shrine we're going to get in a minute, but you'll come up here, there'll be lots of barriers in your way, and there'll be a fight here that you'll need to do. And once it's done, there'll be a bucket over here that will have the tier in it. You'll need to do this tier as part of the story so you can carry on. But once you, before doing that, get it to come down here so you can get this flower shrine. Of course, you don't need to interact with it for it to count, but we want those lovely little gems, crystals, whatever they are. That's where we are, near the tower again. So we've come full circle. That's basically what we've done here. Freed all the roots up so we can free Rufus. And weirdly, that's appeared. That shouldn't be there for me. It should be there for you if this is the first time you're coming through. But it should... I've already destroyed this. I don't know why it's come back. I've already walked through here as kind of a practice run. So I don't know why it'd come back. That one has as well. So there'll be enemies... No, there's no enemies in this part. Just in the other part that with the where the water, the tier is. And you'll need to come up here. This is where the actual route will be. So ping across with the flowers. And then you've probably already got this one if you're doing this after the fact. It's a very obvious one. This is where the flowers actually is the bulb, and you'll need to go in a full circle all the way around, shooting these. This is another target practice section, obviously. And that's the final one. Yes, that's the final one. And you'll get a rot for it. I've leveled up to level 4, +1 rot action. And that's where we are. Right, yeah, so when you drop off here, this definitely looks like a height that would kill Kina. So I'd put an extra bit of height on it by jumping for no reason. I was definitely sure she was going to die then, but she didn't. I was sure it was going to happen. And use these rocks and then this flower to get inside of this building. And there's going to be another rot in here. So all of the roots should be done now. You should have freed Rufus. We'll just go and do that in a moment. That's going to be the next 3 rots that we get. They're going to be story-related ones. So we'll go and see those where they would be. There's another little chest off to the side there. On the right if you need them. So if you run back towards the tower, and Rufus will still be here, and you'll be able to sort of interact with it at this point. He'll be here. And you can see these purple mushrooms here. I've already been. This is where the 3 will spawn after you free Rufus. 10, 11 and 12. So I think you know where we are, but there you go. And now we'll go back to the start. So that it's all opening up now. This area is all opening up. And we'll go back to the start where we initially came into this area, or you will have done, and had to do that run through the when it was all kind of night and on fire or whatever it was. So we'll run right back to where storeroom is, storehouse. Long old run of actually nothing here for a moment, so bear with me. There is a shrine off to the left hand side. We'll get that in a moment. We need to go up here and free a tier first so we can get it. So long run. There's the door that we came through from storehouse over there. And then shoot one of these targets here to free up the tier. And we'll actually use it to get a rot first before we use it on the shrine. So awkwardly bring it down here. It's all over the place. It's the camera. And then drop it onto this one here. You can see already there's a gourd there, or a squash, whatever you want to call it. Pulse next to it, and it'll free for a rot. No extra hat with this one. We've already got the squash hat. There we are. So now we'll go and do the flower shrine. So go and call the tier back. Now when you use one of these tiers, if it can fall off, that's fine. It can fall off a little bit of a drop. But if Kina drops off a drop, even a little small one like that one, then it will cancel it. It's weird. So you'll have to take the full path down. So yeah, once you do that, use it on the shrine. And there we go, number 4. And now we're going to do cursed chest number 1. And that's up in this top house over here. There's 2 cursed chests in this place. Very simple, basically just kill the enemies. This one is a timed one. We'll be using that in a moment on the left hand side. This one is a timed one, but the enemies are really, really easy. It's the sort of base enemies. So you can kill them really quickly, even on the harder difficulties. Obviously I'm on easy, so it's going to be real easy. So how many do we have to kill? All of the enemies. And you've got 8, 10, 7. Yeah, so every time you get a charge, I should be doing this more. Sometimes it's just easier to hit them with a stick. 3 more to go. Done. And that will free up the chest. And inside will be a rot as well, so number 14. So this is a double one. And there we are. So we'll go around and get a hat now. This is also going to lead to the owls that we need to put back in place, and the sort of stone pads down there directly ahead of us there in that little hut. There's 3 owls we need to put in place, so that's going to take a minute. This one can be a bit awkward with regards to getting the owl, so we'll do this one first. But before doing that, we're going to get the Pancake hat, which is in this chest. The rocks that I've just thrown up into the air there do not stay up for very long at all. So take that into note when doing this owl we're about to do. Because like I said, if they drop in Kina, then she's going to die. Let's see how many different ways we can say Kina in one video. So yeah, get the owls sort of brought over here. I did this a little too, timing wasn't the best here. So bring the owl sort of close. And then throw a bomb on. Yeah, it's weird as well, it doesn't sort of stick, it has that red as well. Bring it up and then quickly just bring it through, just keep pressing square to get it through. They'll follow you, don't worry. The AI is actually quite good for the owls, or the rot when they're carrying stuff. You'd think it'd get stuck a lot more than it actually does, but do take everything nice and wide so they don't get stuck on corners, just in case. You can see there's 3. That's number 1. And number 2's up here. There's going to be a little bit of a fight up here. It's just simple enemies. But they'll appear here. So get them moving. And down we go. And then we'll put him in here. Which one are we doing? That one. Okay, closest one. Then we just got the middle one to do. And this one's enemy free, but it's in this house over here. So I'll bring this one close to the door first before actually bringing it outside of the door. There, some nice and straight lines, or kind of straight anyway. Yeah, make sure to check that they're following you, because they will just drop it if you walk off too far. And there we go. So when that's in place, we'll get hat number 4, egg. Just egg. Of course, if you do use one of the carts, then you can put a different hat on on every rot. So go for it. And then that's it. That's this area sort of done now. We'll go back underneath here and go round onto the path we're supposed to take to carry on. So we've come around the back because the flower is here. We'll need a tier, which is there. So throw that bucket over. And then get the rot to move this out of the way, and that's going to bring us straight through to the other side.
Right there.
And there we go, nice and simple. And the shrine is obviously there, directly ahead of us. That's going to be shrine number 5. We do need this tier for another thing in a moment. We don't need to go in that building there, but it will open up at the same time. There might be some crystals, chest or something like that. To be honest, I haven't been back in there. Nothing of importance from what we need with regards to trophies anyway. Nope, almost forgot to show you the map there. So obviously there's a cursed chest. You've already seen it, it's right there. Number 2. Again, a very easy one. It's just defeat the enemies. The first few are quite easy. There's only one that's a bit more difficult. But you're not under a timer or anything, so it should be fine. There's actually a ranged one to the side. You should have got rid of him first. And the big one will appear, and then just kind of spam your rot arrows, even though I just completely missed. Let him spawn in properly first. Probably hit the yellow bits on his back, but there we go, never mind. He's blocking, that's no good. There we go, let's get pulse and get all the yellow, and there, he's done. Simple. So this is another double one, obviously. We've got the cursed chest, and we've got hat number 5, cowboy hat. There we are, near the forged path. So hat number 6 is an easy one, sun, but it can be easily missed if you don't go for the cart. So you need to walk towards this cart to get hat number 6. It does take a moment to register, there we go. So we'll need the tier. I walk a bit too far, yeah, could have got it from the top, but never mind. Now we have to do the awkward camera situation again as it comes past Kina. Get stuck on nothing. No, oh god, very frustrating. So cancel it. I know you can just press down on the D-pad to cancel it, but I never do. It's just kind of habit to press circle to cancel, right? Anyway, come across with the flower, and this is with rot number 15 underneath this box. So now we'll carry on with the story path. So we're going to come out of here, go past the shortcut, and there'll be a boulder in the way here, and Rufus, the big ox, will come and break it open for you. So once you've done that, you'll continue up here. So this again is just path now. This is the way you need to come. Obviously you need to have freed Rufus first. When you run up here, look for the very obvious purple marker for another shooting range. Simple one again. Of course, if you fail it, just try it again until you get it done. There we go, number 16. Now we'll carry on down the path. Again, this is the path you need to go. You can see that you might just see it directly ahead. There's a purple patch there. We'll get that one afterwards. You can't get it here. So slide down into the cave. When you enter the cave, look to the left. And you have rot number 17 under this plank. So we are working our way towards another boss at this point. I think there's a fight in this room. I can't remember. There's got to be, right? I'm pretty sure there's another fight. Or there's definitely another flower blocking your way. And then you'll need to jump up here. So this is the way you actually need to do it. Is you need to jump onto that first block. And then across. Don't try and go all the way, you won't have enough time. The blocks are really quick here, they drop straight away. So the way we're supposed to go is off to the right, but before that we're going to go to the left and get the rot you could sort of see from where we slid down. So this is where we jumped off earlier on the opposite side. Now we'll continue on. You can see it's 19, 20 and 21 next. That is obviously a boss, so once we've defeated the boss you can get 3 story related rots next. Pretty cool boss fight this next one as well coming up. I think he's called a Stone Guardian, something like that. Stone Guardian? Yeah, it's got to be. What else would he call it? Anyway, down this path. And we're going to cross this waterfall. So go for the closest ones first, because there's 2 lots of blue blocks. Jump off to the left, spin it round just once, and climb up. So once you get to the top, the fight will automatically start. There'll be a big fight here with these. I'm pretty sure it's a Stone Guardian, and you'll need to use the bomb to sort of blow the stone off it. And once you've fought it, it can take quite a while depending on what difficulty you're on. Once you've defeated it, you'll get the 3 rots that will kind of just spawn there automatically. Once you've done that, come into the shed and get the tear and bring it over to the flower shrine. Nice obvious one. Should spend some of that XP. I forget what it's called. I saw it the other day. I'll never remember. The 1250 that I've got up there. And jump up and sort of stand back a bit here, and you're going to see this flower. Pull yourself up and you're going to get the halo. So we've almost come full circle at this point. Because we're going to take a lift back down to Fields. So again, this is still story progression at this point. You do need to come up here and fight that boss and everything like that. This is not, though. This is a completely random hidden area. So go off to the left instead of right. And down these steps. And this room, do not fall off yet. Obviously you'll die. So shoot the tear down. Throw a bomb over here. And use the rot to press this button. So you'll need to do an R2, a slam. And that's going to start bringing water up. So we can cancel it at this point. Once it stops, you are good to jump in. You could probably jump in beforehand, but we don't want to do that in case we die. I think there's a chest or something directly ahead, just crystals in that. But what we want is over here, and this is the shrine mail. Just the one for this area. Nearly got all the shrine mails. There's actually some within village itself. That's the only area, if you're doing these in kind of order, that's the only other area you'll have left to do. The only other video we've got left to do. This shrine mail is the lowest one in the village. Directly the lowest one there, you can just see. That's which one this one is. And now we'll run back and actually go the proper way. So yeah, village, you'll basically need to finish the game before you can get everything in village. It's probably the only area that you really need to do fully, everything else fully before you can get everything there. I'm just going to bring this lift up. It will already be up for you if this is the first time you're coming through. But while we wait, we'll go and get the meditation spot number 2. So climb up here. and double jump across into this next building, and a very obvious meditation spot. So at this point in the story now, you'll actually have to go to Village Heart, which is the area off to sort of the left-hand side of Fields. So that's where you'll need to go. You can still do all of the rest of the stuff I'm doing right now with regards to cleanup, but for the final two that I get, which is the third meditation spot and the final hat, which is story related, you will need to finish the Village Heart off and finish this sort of story off, and do the, I don't want to say boss, but it is a boss, isn't it, for the area, for this area, before everything becomes available. So take the lift down, and then we're going to drop into this building. There's going to be a hat in here. Or a mask, more like. So yeah, you'll need to sort of deal with Adira before everything becomes available, the final two. You can get all these that we're doing now. We're kind of making our way towards Village Heart at this point. So, bit of flying there. Timed that a bit wrong. So yeah, use a bomb here, but beware. I completely forgot this thing appears. It'll get you. But underneath is rot number 22. And then we'll jump across here. Another bit of watering we've got to do here. So free the tear from the bucket and put it in the plant. And we'll be using this one twice for two different things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to water this patch, this pumpkin patch in front of us or next to us. Now you don't need to do all of it. We just need to get the pumpkin to appear, which is there. But I'm doing all of it because I want the kind of the XP from it, so I can level up. I go all the way around it. I don't get it all, unless you can't do it on this one. I'm pretty sure I got it all. Anyway, yeah. So you actually have to use the rot on this one, which is weird. Usually you just pulse. But this is completely different. Very unique one. This one coming out the pumpkin. That's going to be rot number 23, and it's also hat number 9. That's where we are. So yeah, you'll get the hat will appear after the rot. So there it is, pumpkin. And now we'll get the tier again and go and do the final flower shrine, which is up here. So again, you're still kind of making your way towards Village Heart at this point. There will be enemies in this building, so maybe clear them out if you've not done this area before. There'll be enemies in this building, so you might have to clear them out before bringing this over. Or you could just do it anyway and ignore the enemies. So that's all of the flower shrines done for this area. So Village Heart kind of starts just off to the northwest of where we are now, where that flame is, that cave. That's where you want to head after doing this one and the next one. So we've just got 2 more rots we're going to get that you can get now. One on top of this building, and then one inside of another blue rock, which is very close to where we are. It does say on mine hats 10 out of 10. Don't worry, you've not missed one. That is the story related one at the end. So we'll quickly run to the cliff edge. Not this one, although you can blow that open. It's probably crystals. This one over here actually has the purple sparkles on it. And that is all of the rot. So that's 25 out of 25 of those done. So at this point now you'll need to go and do Village Heart to get the next 2. So go north of where we are, sort of northeast now, up the path to Village Heart. I obviously have a separate video for that one. You can do that area the first time you go there. You can get everything. So go and do that area. If you've not done that already now, go and use that video. And then once you've done that, you don't actually need to come back to this video, but once you've done that, you'll go and do Adira. Go and deal with her in the tower, and you'll get Adira's mask and the meditation spot as part of the story. But I'm just going to run over and just kind of fill it in. So it's all nice and neat on the video. You know where everything is. So we'll run back up, and then I'll quickly splice in the sort of footage from after you've dealt with Adira, so that you'll get sort of teleported down. So once you've got all of the items, you sort of teleport up, and then once you've done that, you'll get Adira's mask, and the meditation spot will be here. So we'll do that separately, and that's it. That's 3 out of 3 meditation spots as well. So that's this place completely done. So all done, just one place left, and that's the village. Lots and lots to do there. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.